Hey up folks, Simon here from Fuzzfinger Gaming. Welcome back to Chrono Cross. This is our 4th episode in this playthrough series, so I hope you guys are enjoying this one. I know a bunch of you are following along with me, so it's good to have you along for the ride. And we are going to be making our way over to Termina, well, at least that is our next story destination. So in order to get there, we need to cross through Fossil Valley, and that's just north of Arnie Village, so let's go ahead and make our way into here. And as we load, I'll just say thank you to everybody that's supporting the channel as a Patreon or YouTube member. And if you're new around here, then you might want to stick around for future episodes. So, you know, go ahead, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And we're going to start by speaking to the guards here. And effectively, they're going to let us through, but they are going to give us a bit of a warning. So they're telling us there's an area we can go to and an area we can't go to. They say stick to the low path, don't go up high. But you guys know me. Who am I to actually follow advice? Yeah, we're going to be exploring a little bit more than what they've told us we should. So, let's start off by trying to avoid this enemy here. And making our way over to this guard. Now, he's not going to want to let us pass because apparently there's some kind of supernatural phenomenon. His words, not mine. But what we can do is tell him that we are the exorcists that have been sent for. We're not, but sometimes you've just got to force your way past, haven't you? Okay, and with a little bit of persuasion there, we have full access to the ladder. So let's go ahead and see what awaits us. Straight away, we can hear some very peculiar noises. So let's go and just head a little bit further in to see what all this is about. And yet another NPC will be kind enough to let us pass. And there's a few other people we can speak to. Right, so the first thing we're going to do while we're up here is head over to this part, and we have this strange little avatar. Be surprised by our arrival, it seems. This is a clown skull head, because, well, Chrono Cross is a JRPG, so we don't ask those sorts of questions, we just roll with it. Now, this is an interesting little section, because this clown head is part of a potential future party member. But in order to recruit such member, we need to build up their entire form. So we're going to start with the head. We're going to select Sure here. This should give us the key item. Well, it will give us the key item of the head. There we go. It's the heavy skull. So we're going to keep that in our key item inventory. It's not going anywhere. And a little bit later on, we'll be able to actually, as I say, get that clown as another party member. So, yeah, a little bit of a side thing there, but hey, it's worth doing. Okay, so we're going to head back around, at least over to this side. No, we haven't been over here yet. But before we go any further, I recommend just checking your equipment on your new party members. So, I'm just going to throw an accessory onto Mojo here and onto Kid. So let's just not Kid, sorry, to Lena. Let's just go ahead and move down to the accessories list. We've got a couple of ivory helmets. And we've got one for Lena as well. There we go. And Surge should be okay. We're not going to be using enemy encounters here. Now, this thing, this weird stump, can actually be in several locations. But I'm just going to recommend that you engage with it anyway, since it tends to get in the way of getting the next key item that we want to nab there. I'm going to recommend that you don't use elements in this fight, because they, if you use elements, I think it's on these ads here, then they can actually go into a bit of a rage, which is somewhat annoying. So you're better off just sticking to physical attacks, and it's not really a complicated fight if you do such. Yeah, physical attacks will see us through. Let's just speed this battle up. It's what the turbo function's for. We can safely take care of the ads here before moving on. Onto the actual, I don't want to say boss, but main enemy. Yeah, it's not a boss if you won't be getting a star level or anything like that. So don't get too excited. But it is a kind of unique encounter, which is why I'm leaving it in. On the whole, I think folks have been somewhat receptive of the idea of editing out most of the trash battles. But obviously bosses and that will keep in still. Looks like the dodo's got a tad more health. But it's not a lot more. Don't forget as well, you're wanting to fight battles here. Because we do have a little boss fight coming up. So you'll want to make sure you've maxed out your mini stat gains, especially on whichever new party members you have recruited. In my case, Mojo and Lena. Of course, you know, you may have Kid or something else, and that's fine, but the same applies. Mojo's taking a little bit of damage there. As long as we can kill this thing, though, we should be able to heal up at the post-battle screen. And, yep, it's in its close to death stance now. Come on. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, it took a bit of a beating, that did. But we got there in the end. So we have got some mini stat gains here as well, which is nice. And we'll use max healing. Yep. Get a couple of ingredients. And this is the bellflower. So we'll hold on to that for the time being. And next up then, we're going to get informed not to go down here, because there's a monster down below. But again, we're just going to ignore the warnings. Multiple of. And there's another one of these dodo creatures. So let's see if we can take the egg here. This is the big egg. Now, the big egg's an interesting one because yet another character can be retrieved from this a little bit later on. So it's important to grab these. And let's just go ahead with the battle here. Okay, so after the fight, we're going to head back up here. And we're going to start making our way towards the low road now, which is where we need to go. But one word of caution is to make sure that you've done enough of the standard enemy encounters in order to make sure you're not getting any further minor stat boosts, just so you can get the most out of those. We do have a little boss fight coming up that will give us a star level, and so we don't want to waste those minor stat boosts, of course. So we're going to want to head over to the left-hand side here, but there is an enemy on this screen that we can manipulate just by fighting it, then leaving the screen, then coming back, and it should only take a few attempts, and we should be fully maxed out then. Right, okay, so I'm not getting any more stat gains now. I've also just gone through the elements very quickly. I haven't put a lot of effort into this. And I've given Bushwhacker to Surge here. And that's because the enemy we're going to be facing, or the boss, it's Solt and Peppor, and their innate elements are yellow, so green is the opposite of that. You don't really want to use red elements in this fight, but it's just equipped because it was before, so that's not a problem. And I've given, what have I given Mojo? Oh yeah, I've given him Photon Red, don't know whether he'll use it, and a couple of, bit of healing there. And then for Lena, I've done the same as well. So one thing to note is that Lena has the blue element innately, and the boss does actually cast red elements, which can be a bit of a problem, so just be ready with some healing spells. Kind of regretting sticking Mojo in the party now. Potion is just so much stronger. I completely forgot, and it's my fault, that if you reject Kid, which is what we did, we don't get the teleport option until a little bit later, which allows us to swap party members, so I can't bring Potion in right now. I wanted to use Mojo for a bit just because he's funny, and I wanted to show him off to you guys, but, you know, now that we're getting serious, I'd rather not have him. That said, we will be able to get rid of him very soon, so we just have to get through this boss fight, really, and make our way to the next area. But a little bit annoying, so yeah, apologies for that. Right, let's go ahead and head up into this next section, and look who it is. Shake it. It's Solt and Peppor. So this isn't the most challenging fight because of the fact that they do have fairly low HP. And it's just the two of them this time. Yeah, indeed. Right, okay. So, Peppor won't do much while Solt is out and about. So, what I'm going to try and do is get Solt down to low HP. Then we'll take care of Peppor. And then we'll finish Solt off. I mean, we could just get rid of Peppor first. It doesn't really make any difference. I think I'll go ahead and do that, to tell you the truth. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to start with our physical attacks, of course. They've got about 90 HP each, so a few rounds should see us through. Yeah, they've not quite got the hang of the element system, I don't think, yet, have they? But, hey, they're learning along with the rest of us. Yeah, we'll just keep pummeling this guy here. No, don't attack Solt. I mean, it doesn't really matter. But I do want to, as I say, just keep focused on Peppor for now. And soon we should be able to unleash some of the old elements. Oh man, this guy sucks, Mojo. Yeah, we do need to be a little bit careful there with Lena. We're probably going to end up having to cast a couple of heals because of the debuffs and her blue innate element. Which can be a bit of a problem. Don't miss. Still alive, come on. Okay, this is a bit of a nasty one now. And is he doing it on Lena? Of course he is. Yeah, 34 points of damage. So we are going to save elements for now. Until we're down to Solt. Remember, most elements, like the ones that aren't consumables, you can only cast once per battle. So don't go all ham with them. Or you might end up regretting it. And who are we attacking now? Okay. That hurt. Let's see what we've got. Okay. Cure isn't a great idea in every situation because the boss does have blue elements as well, and we don't want to fill it up for them on the field. But that said, you know, I kind of feel like it's necessary here. If we can please take care of Peppor, that would be very nice. Thank you very much. Yep, brilliant. Right, so just Solt to go then. Thing is, I'd rather use Bushwhacker if we're going to use an element with Surge, since it should do a nice bit of damage. $37, not too bad, not too bad. And yeah, let's just try and build up some stamina for our other party members for a couple of rounds here before we go on a healing binge. Although I think we're going to be okay. I don't think we're going to need to rush to heal. I know that Lena's only got 39 HP, but that should be enough. He's already used the red element. I don't think he has another. Yeah, Yeah, he's almost down. There we go. Perfect. Like I say, it's a fairly easy fight. Just don't neglect that little bit of healing if need be. And of course, we get our new star level. So now we're level 3. Which will give us a decent boost to our stats, of course. And will also allow us to go ahead and gain some minor stats from various encounters as well. Okay, right, I just want to check something now on the elements grid. Let's just go to Surge. Okay, that's fine. Right, let's just go ahead now and leave this place. So this will take us back to the world map, and Termina, as you can see, is very close. Okay, so one of the first things we're going to want to do is speak with Kid and get her in the party, and that's so that we can get the Tele-Porter item. And then we can get rid of Mojo. Bring Poshul back. A very different place, this Termina, isn't it, to some of the locations we've seen so far. Right, okay. Okay, yeah, just head up these stairs and Kid will be waiting. Yeah, she doesn't give up this one, does she? She does not give up at all. Yeah. I guess poor Surge is an open book, isn't he? Well, anyway, she leaves, so what we're going to do is just go ahead and leave ourselves, and then come back in again. And then we're going to go and speak to the person that is just up here. Looks a bit like the dude from Final Fantasy X that gives the long stories. I can't think of his name now, but you know who I mean. Yeah, well, we'll speak to him anyway, and this, I believe that's what we need to do for Kid to show up again. Yeah, here she comes, right on schedule. Once again, she's clearly trying to force her way into our party. And to be honest with you, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, so this is the key item I was talking about. Okay, so for now, we're just going to go ahead and bring Poshul in. But now, if you want to swap party members, and it's not a bad idea to do it from time to time, because they can get the, you know, the minimal stat gains then between bosses as well. Then when you're at the world map, or you can do it at one of the green save locations as well, just activate the Tele-Porter, and that will allow you to go ahead then and select your party from your current reserve members. So to do that, well, I'm playing on PlayStation 4. When you're at a save location or world map, just tap the square button to bring up your item list, and then you can use that to you know, change your party as you see fit. So just to clarify as well, the star levels that you get from bosses that boost stats, every party member gets them, regardless whether they're in the active party or not. In fact, even party members you've not recruited yet will also gain the star level bonuses. So it's just the mini stat bonuses you get between bosses that you want to be cautious of. But I'm going to go ahead and save again. Now, before we actually make our way over to the next destination, which is the Viper Manor, we're going to just grab a couple of optional items from this town. By the way, we're going to have to make our first important choice in a little while. There's going to be 3 potential party members. Unfortunately, we can only get one of them. So if you want to have the others, you'll have to do it on another playthrough. Which kind of sucks in a sense, because I believe there's trophies and that tied to getting all the party members recruited. So it might be a good idea to go ahead and make some save files before you make those choices. Although I don't think it's going to make any difference, because you need them all on a single save, and you're going to need to do New Game Plus in order to do that. It's a bit of a complicated situation. It's just the way the party system works in this game in Chrono Cross. So yeah, just bear in mind you're not going to get everything on a single playthrough. That's just how the game works. Let's go ahead and make our way into this building here. Actually, let's not go inside. There's a guy that's hidden somewhere around here. Yeah, there we go, just down here. You can't actually see him, but he'll start talking when you get close. And all we need to do is tell him that we understand. And in return, we get a new text frame, a new dialogue frame, T for 3. So if we chat to this kid, we'll see it. Yep, there it is. Okay, so what you want to do is make your way over to the next screen over to the right. And then we're going to head north. You can head over here for a scene. If you head over to the shopkeeper by the whatever that table is with the cloth over it, you'll actually find out what's in there. So I won't spoil that for you. Instead, we're going to head north and into this huge mansion. I don't know what it is with turbo mode. I suck at it. It tends to actually slow me down because I get caught on everything, which is kind of annoying. Anyway, in this place, there's a hidden chest just over here, or a hidden item, which is the Profiteer Purse. Now, the Profiteer Purse is an interesting one. It actually increases the amount of gold that you get after battle. But we can also go ahead and break it down into different ingredients, including copper and iron. And that's actually going to be something I would recommend, because we can make some nice items, some nice iron mail, along with some other items as well, to just really beef up our party a little bit before we head into the next dungeon. So with our Profiteer Purse in tow, we're going to head into the smithy, which is conveniently located right here. And this is going to be the first time we actually disassemble an item, so it's very simple how it works. Just use the disassemble option here, and then select the item you want to disassemble, in our case the Profiteer Purse. So as you can see, we're going to get some bone, some copper and some iron. Not too bad at all. And if we head over to armor, where is it? We might have to... Okay, I think we have to come out there. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so there it is. We can actually now craft the iron mail and the copper mail. Oh, well, actually we can't, because we haven't got any leather for the iron mail. But we could craft some copper mail, which isn't terrible. But one thing that you're probably going to want to do is if you head over to weapons now, look at this. You can go ahead and craft... where is it? I'm blind here. Oh, yeah, the Iron Swallow. That's it. It's a decent boost for Surge. So let's go ahead and make this. It's 420G, which isn't terrible. It's a, it's a decent upgrade. And yeah, let's go ahead and craft some copper mail as well. We could make a few of these. I'm going to make 3, I feel, is probably a good number for our 3 party members. There we go. Okay. So let's just see what it is that we've collected now. If we equip the Iron Swallow, get a nice boost there, 24 attack. And just to clarify, that's from a 19 attack, so that's a nice boost to attack there. We can also change the Ivory Mail for Copper Mail on Surge. And we can do something similar for Poshul as well. Yep, it's pretty much an upgrade for all of our party members at this point. So that's why I recommend breaking down the purse. The profiteer purse. But we're going to have to make a choice now as to the party member of the 3 that we want to recruit. And that person's going to be our guide for the next little dungeon that we're going to be making our way through. So, yeah, I think we'll call things there for today. And I'm just going to go and save and get this episode uploaded for you guys. But thank you so much for stopping by. I hope it's been helpful to you. If it has, don't forget to drop a like, etc. Subscribe. You know the routine. Appreciate you guys visiting the channel. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time for more Chrono Cross Remaster. Bye, everybody.